Okay, I started some demos. Here was a fast, like, minute, 2-minute drawing, looking at my hand this direction, like this. You can see I have some organizational lines. I basically planar lines. There's another one with a little less, a little more contour and structure. I'll do another one. I'm just going to have my hand over here to the right for me to look at it while I'm drawing, just to show you how to start basic shape. Oops, got my pencil. Okay, so I think of a planar shape. I often usually start with the wrist. So this is, again, I'm going to put my hand kind of in this position. So here's my wrist. I kind of get a curve going across because that's going to separate my hand from my arm. Give myself a sense of I'm really looking at bones here, planes. There's a little bit of a edge here. Then I'm going to start building the plane. This is the side with the thumb. I'm going to check that angle. I'm measuring the angle over here. It's coming out this direction. Then I have a plane change. Now I'm going to do the other side. So basically I'm going to get that first area. And I'm looking at that wedge. And it is about this high. I sighted. And this is going to kind of go from the little finger, the head of the metacarpal, to the top finger. So I've already kind of have this basic plane change. Actually, my thumb's coming out this way a little bit more. And it is going past, my thumb goes past this knuckle line, the metacarpal line right here. So it's going to come out organizational line about like this kind of an angle. Kind of round this up. Again, I'm just thinking about basic shapes right now. Nothing fancy. I see more this side of my thumb and less of this side of my thumb, so my nail bed is going to be closer to this edge than this edge. Give myself some of these curved lines. This is going to have to get a little wider. And look at the negative space between here. Also helps inform what's going on. Then I'm going to start, now I've got the basic plane, so I'm going to give myself some of these knuckles in here. Again, those are the head of the metacarpals. And I don't see my little finger. I just see the knuckle, which actually is a little more exaggerated. And then I see a little bit of a swelling of skin over here. This is the tendon running along the metacarpal. And then my hand's laid down, so it's kind of pressed out. I don't see any finger for this one. This one is kind of coming up. And again, I'm going to give myself basically a line of where those fingers are going to go and the direction that this one's going to go. This is the one that's the furthest out, would be this one. And that's where I then see just a little bit of the finger coming down this way. And it's kind of overlapping. This part of the finger is overlapping the next part of the finger. This one is lower. And this one is a little bit out further. This one I also see more of the knuckle going out like this because that's the bone. I see a bit of more tendon here. I see a bit of my tendon here. Indentation. Now I've got the basic proportions and shape. just a little further out. This one a little further back. I'm going to get rid of that line. That looks pretty close. So you can see that I'm just kind of looking at basic kind of shapes to do a fast sketch before I would ever start refining it. Then once I've got that, I had the basic position. Oh, I forgot a finger. This one was bent down like this, and you can see a little bit of that finger coming out because it's on the ground playing. So a little bit of the finger right there. Then I'd start getting some of the contours in. After I've done this, I'd start working a little bit more on some of the bulges, the skin, the contour lines. Nail bed, skin coming out beside it. Some of these lines, I've got 1, 2, 3 lines here. This is my head of the thumb metacarpal right here. I could start doing, I usually do some cross contour lines like this. Give myself a sense of volume. Again, this would be shaded in here. Start getting a little more definition. There's a little bit of a skin coming down here. What is my cat making all that noise about? So then you would just go through and start getting the details. Most important thing is perspective and doing, again, a basic sighting, giving yourself a sense of this wrist line, some of this side definition. I have the light coming from where the, well, it's kind of the top right. Notice there's no space between those fingers. It's really just about, this is the knuckle right here, and then the finger's kind of coming out past that. And I don't see any of the end of the top of that finger. Okay, so just a quick sketch. Hopefully my hand wasn't in the way too much.